Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series, coming to you live from the LA Coliseum for their Clash at the Coliseum. As always, I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we have an exciting race booked for you here tonight as the drivers battled out. 12 drivers will battle it out to see who will be the Clash champion in our preseason race tonight. It is a beautiful night here in LA. Nice, cool 73 degrees out, clear skies, but that sun is beating down on this track. That track temperature sitting at a whopping 95 degrees. Tonight's events will consist of a 50-lap feature, but before we get to that feature, we do have some heat races to run. Those will be 10-lap features, 12-lap heats, 10-lap heat races. 12 drivers will make the feature, and we will have a 12-lap consolation race if we do have more drivers enter. We are currently sitting at 13 drivers entered in this one. The rules for tonight's event: these drivers are going to be given 4 sets of tires to use throughout the night, 100% fuel, and 0 quick repairs. That 0 quick repair is going to could play a huge factor here at this short track like the LA Coliseum. It is only a quarter of a mile, very tight corners, and we saw this on the NORA series in their preseason clash where it was an absolute caution fest. But we do have some minor differences between the Third Coast Racing series and the NORA series. Last season, the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series had more races than they had cautions, so we have a lot of clean driving to expect here, but we do have some additions of new drivers, so we're going to see if that has an effect on the driving style of these guys on track here tonight. We see Dakota Dennis there struggling with the corners. But before we get started in this one, it is time to meet your drivers.
Now the moment you all have been waiting for. Who's ready to meet the drivers for TCR Esports? Starting with the number 4 Zyn nicotine pouches, Chevrolet Camaro, racing with Warhorse Racing, returning from Season 1. The driver comes out of Bayfield, Colorado, Jackson Sibley. Your next driver driving the number 5 NOS Energy Chevrolet Camaro, representing Warhorse Racing, out of Varysburg, New York. Your returning Season 1 driver, Travis Neiman. Starting in the number 8 Rebel Racing Network Chevrolet Camaro, racing for Warhorse Racing, the owner of Bird Wraps Designs out of Red Lion, Pennsylvania, Hunter Geyer. Starting in the number 12, Elemental Keepers Discord Chevrolet Camaro, one of your league admins out of Manistee, Michigan, Ryan Mack. Your next driver representing the Revolution Motorsports, driving the number 18 Discount Tire Toyota Supra. He is your 2025 Season 1 Nashville Super Speedway winner. Out of Jacksonville, Alabama, Michael Carter. Driving the number 19 Michelob Ultra Ford Mustang, representing Lucky Dog Motorsports. Your 2025 Season 1 TCR 150 runner-up and league owner out of German Valley, Illinois, Dakota Dennis. In the number 20 Easy Go Chevrolet Camaro, coming from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Dave Stinson. This driver is representing the TCR Esports community and starting in the number 21 Slim Jim Ford Mustang, your returning driver from Season 1 out of Salem, Ohio, Thomas Adams. Racing the number 27 Milwaukee Ford Mustang, representing Door to Door Racing out of Gulfport, Mississippi, Michael Hill. starting in the number 46 Featherlight Trailer Chevrolet Camaro, representing Lucky Dog Motorsports, out of Bright, Indiana, Ray Polking. Racing the number 47 J&D Trucking Ford Mustang, your four-time 2025 TCR race winner, Lee Hemby. Racing the number 48 Bird Wraps Design Chevrolet Camaro out of Temecula, Florida. 2026 TCR Esports rookie, James Whitehead. Driving the number 53 car. The Toyota Supra, representing Warhorse Racing. Out of Cooperville, Washington, Craig Peterson. A 2026 TCR Esports rookie, starting in the number 60 Google Chrome Ford Mustang, racing for door-to-door racing out of Gibraltar, Michigan, Tristan Haynes. Representing the TCR Esports community and starting in the number 61 Ford Mustang, your returning driver out of Victoria, British Columbia, Nolan Perry. In the Cowboys Classic number 72 Ford Mustang, it's your league admin out of Sacramento, California, Hugh Escobar. Driving the number 87 Autocrafter Chevrolet Camaro, representing Lucky Dog Motorsports out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, ladies and gentlemen, Jay Craybill. In the number 88 car, representing Trackstar Motorsports, in the Trackstar and Bird Wraps Designs Chevrolet Camaro out of Graham, Texas, Colton, the North Texas Nightmare. Kenny, running the 91 Nutter Butter Chevrolet Camaro out of Tehachapi, California, Paul Escobar. Your 2025 TCR Season 1 champion and six-time race winner, representing Revolution Motorsports. Running the number 94 Bowton Enterprises Toyota Supra out of Lanesboro, Pennsylvania, Adam Bowton. Driving the number 97 Chevrolet Camaro, representing Trackstar Motorsports. He's from Hickory, North Carolina, Jason Rochelle. Starting in the number 99 Ride Weights Ford Mustang, your league co-founder out of Altamonte Springs, Florida, representing Castle Motorsports, Marcus De La Garza. In the Team 204, number 204 Hams Beer Toyota Supra out of Port Charlotte, Florida, your returning driver, Ryan Canberra. And now, for your 2026 TCR Esports support staff lineup. In the booth, you have your lead broadcaster and owner of Rebel Racing Network out of Hertford, North Carolina, Austin Householder. And controlling the flag stand for this season, in race control, owner of 213 Simware, Anthony Ludi. And last but not least, we want to thank you all for tuning in and to remember this season, give her hell, praise Dale, and be like Biff.
All right, and that was your lineup for the 2026 spring season from TCR Esports. I know that looked like a long lineup. Those are everyone we were expected to see here competing throughout the season, but right now we only have 13 cars registered for this one. A couple of names absent, such as Marcus De La Garza, Ryan Comba, and just those are just off the top of my head, and a bunch of new faces here with TCR Esports. And it is exciting to watch this league grow, and we are seeing our fan base growing as well. Got Huncho Weeze in here rooting on the guys from Nora. That is Terrell from over there at Nora. The Warhorse Racing team making a return, and we've got some new followers on Facebook within the last hour. I'd like to shout out Roland Collette and Millie Racing checking us out over on Facebook. Glad to have y'all here. But it looks like practice has come to an end, so it is time to qualify and get set up for our heat races here. So it looks like the consolation race may not be needed. So we will wait to see if they're going to just take all 13 drivers to the feature event tonight as these drivers begin to make their way on track. And here we see last season's champion Adam Boughton pulling on track in that Toyota Supra. And you can see the skill it is going to take to navigate these tight corners. Boughton looking good through his first lap. He needs 3 clean laps throughout qualifying. And Marcus de la Garza entering the chat. Looks like he has left the movie in the park to watch the races here tonight. So Adam Boughton not necessarily getting the time he looked for on his first lap. Going over to look at that 46 of Ray Polking. We saw him come in a few races into the season last season here at TCR. He is still hunting for his first TCR win, but he has laid down the fastest time so far. And then Hunter Geyer in that Rebel Racing Bird Wraps number 8 currently sitting in second, as it looks like most of these drivers have completed their run. And Jason Rochelle, he is a new driver here this season, driving that 97 Trackstar Chevy. And with that time he just laid down, he has knocked Ray Polking off of the pole. And we're going to go check in with our league owner driving that number 19 Michelob Ultra Ford Mustang, Dakota Dennis, as he completes his first lap. Dakota Dennis not getting the times he was looking for. He'll loop it there coming off of turn 4. Currently sitting back there in 10th out of 13 cars. So we are just waiting on Ryan Mack, it looks like. Jay Crable just finished up his run. So we'll see if Ryan Mack decides to lay down a time. It looks like qualifying is coming to an end here, so we're going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by Oorah Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back, folks. Qualifying has just come to an end. We are going to start our heat races, and we're going to get a look here at our starting grid for this first one. Starting on the pole in the first heat will be Jason Rochelle. Hunter Geyer will be rolling off in second place in the 8. In third place will be Michael Carter, driving the number 18. Starting fourth will be Adam Boughton, driving the number 94. Dakota Dennis is going to roll off fifth, driving the number 19. And start rounding out your field for the first heat race will be the 88 of Colton Kinney in P6. So definitely keep an eye on that 94 of Adam Boughton and Michael Carter throughout this heat race. These two are teammates, and they did not get the qualifying times they were looking for, but they have both shown some speed, and they tend to show speed as races go on. They will definitely be ones to keep an eye on here to see if they can start out in the front here. We were talking to some of the drivers earlier on tonight, and they said this race may be a track position battle. If you guys remember from the NASCAR clashes at the Coliseum just a few years ago, track position is key, and we could see a lot of cautions here tonight. And the pace truck is off, the green flag is out, and we are underway. Hunter Geyer getting the jump on the outside, but he's not going to be able to make it stick. Jason Rochelle goes to the lead. Adam Boughton underneath Hunter Geyer, and Michael Carter looking to follow him. It's Hunter Geyer, not the start he's looking for. He will drop back to fourth. He just got stuck on that outside. Not where you want to be. It looks like maybe some issues for that 8 car, as he's going to bring it down pit road. So back to the front. Looking back to the front, Jason Rochelle jumping out to a 1.3 second lead. You see him kind of getting loose there. And trouble on the track. The 94 of Adam Boughton is around. It looked like it may have been caused by Hunter Geyer there trying to get off pit road, and it looks like a game of bumper cars. Going back to see what happened with Adam Boughton. There you have it, some trouble with Hunter Geyer as he comes off the pit road. And we're going to go back live for the finish here. 5 laps to go. Dakota Dennis catching up to that 88 of Colton Kinney. And you can see just how tough it is on these guys' brakes. They are locking those tires up, trying to get slowed down, going through the corners. Oh, Dakota Dennis getting Colton Kinney out of shape. As the bumping and banging continues. And Dakota Dennis going to get into the rear end of Adam Boughton and send him around as the white flag is out. Jason Rochelle still our leader. So he's looking to lap Dakota Dennis. And the checkered flag waves. Jason Rochelle going to win our first heat race. Michael Carter in second. Dakota Dennis in third. Colton Kinney will finish fourth, a lap down. Adam Boughton in fifth. And Hunter Geyer going to round out your field in sixth after he had to come down pit road. So that will bring a conclusion to our first heat race. We're going to move on to our second heat of the night. Taking a look at our starting lineup. Travis Neiman going to roll off first, driving the number 5 machine. Jay Crable will start second in the 87. Craig Peterson going to roll off third, driving the number 53. And Mike Hill is going to be rolling off fourth tonight, driving the number 27. In fifth place will be Nolan Perry, driving the number 61. And Ryan Mack going to round out our field tonight in 6th, driving the number 12 car. And just a quick look here at our results from Heat 1. So one driver I would definitely keep my eye on here, that 61 of Nolan Perry. If you tuned in all last season, that name may be familiar. He is a very fast driver, specializes in short tracks. Raced part-time last season due to his real-life racing career. I'd expect to see him trying to climb the ranks here. So they line up, that pace truck getting ready to head off track. Pace truck is off and green flag is out. We are rolling, folks. Down into turn 1, side by side. Jay Crable jumping out to an early lead. Travis Neiman trying to follow suit. You see them tightening up, getting into that outside wall off of the corner, but there is beating and banging back in the pack. Nolan Perry. To the inside of that 27 of Mike Hill. Nolan Perry goes around. Now Mike Hill and Ryan Mack are going to battle as Mack gets to the inside of Hill. But Hill able to keep that car locked on the bottom as Mack slides up the track. Hill going to get his position back. And back up front, Jake Rabel still leading this race with Travis Neiman in tow. Ever see Mike Hill getting loose in that 27 car. Now Ryan Mack going to move back to 5th here. So not quite as much beat and banging here as our first heat race. Nolan Perry completing the pass for 3rd. He's trying to move up in the standings, get a good starting position for the feature event. We are now down to just 3 laps to go. We do apologize about our standings ticker. Not wanting to work here with these heat races. As the white flag is out, Jay Crable leading here. Travis Neiman trying to find some speed. Not able to find it there, though. Jay Crable going to take home the win in heat number 2. Travis Neiman coming in 2nd. Nolan Perry climbs the ranks to 3rd. Craig Peterson finishing 4th. Ryan Mack in 5th. And Mike Hill coming home in 6th here after heat number 2. All right. And a quick look at our results from heat number 2. Now this will be our 3rd and final heat race. This is the race to get into the oh. So the name of the game here is do not come in last. Right now, Mike Hill sitting back there in 6th. We're going to go through our official starting grid here. Colton Kinney going to roll off 1st. Craig Peterson in 2nd. Adam Boughton will roll off 3rd. Ryan Mack starting 4th. Hunter Geyer in 5th. And Mike Hill rounding out your field in 6th. All right, and we've got the ticker working now. They complete their first of 2 parade laps. And Thomas Adams over on YouTube tuning in. We are glad to have you here, Thomas. Wish you were on track, but I'm sure we will be seeing you next week at Daytona. And the pace truck is off. Colton Kinney leading him to the green flag. Green flag is out, and they are off. See Ryan Mack there sliding up the track here. Early on, Colton Kinney leading the pack. Adam Boughton in tow. They are bunched up behind him. Side by side, and that 53 of Craig Peterson working that outside line, trying not to give an inch. And Thomas Adams saying he was banned from LA. I gotta wonder, what do you have to do to get banned from that city? And Nolan Perry over on Facebook saying, come on, he would like to come into the booth. I guess he has got something to say, so we're going to hear what he's got to say. Nolan, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Hey, I got you, Austin.
All right. Heard you want to color commentate from the seat. We're down to 8 laps to go. What are your thoughts so far on the track?
I feel like this is going to be a fun night of slide jobs and everything, and it sucks the 88 got moved there a little bit, but hopefully he can get his stuff figured out and try and get back in that transfer.
Yep, and I am showing him a lap down now, unfortunately, so only 6 laps to go. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back in the transfer unless someone else gets into some trouble here. And they are starting to get it spaced out. So we were keeping an eye on you in that second heat race, man. For some of the viewers that may have not tuned in all of last season, this may be the first time they're seeing you on track. We know you specialize in the short tracks, real-life short track racer, racing part-time for the most part. When you're in season, what's your plan to get to the front tonight?
It's going to be a plan of nutrition, I think. I'm lucky I get to start on the bottom here. It's just hopefully this single file zone or some guys wreck in front of me. I just bought this track earlier today, so we're learning with everyone else here, but I hope we just pick up spots up running the apron there, and hopefully some guys wreck in front of us.
All right, and I tell you what, a track like this, that is very likely. We thought it was a little bit uncharacteristic seeing you in the back for the start of the race, but that explains it if you just bought the track tonight.
Yeah, I really like my short track stuff, so this track's definitely short. It's different. You run around here in 3rd gear and try and get to the bottom as soon as you can, and you're only really half throttle around the place, but it's definitely fun. The guys are putting on a show. Adam's driving away with this one, but he's good in everything.
Yes, he is, and he has taken the checkered flag. Craig Peterson coming in 2nd, Hunter Geyer in 3rd, Ryan Mack in 4th, Mike Hill finishes 5th, and we'll get those results pulled up for you, and it was Colton Kinney in 6th to close out this one, but we were onto the feature, so we're going to send you back down, Nolan, and let you get back in the seat. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thanks, Austin, and thanks everyone for watching tonight.
All right, thank you. All right, once again, that was Nolan Perry. Glad to have him here. So we're going to have a warm-up session here after the heat races. We're going to see who can set the best time throughout the warm-up. And Thomas Adams saying that is just short track racing. And I tell you what, talking about short track racing, that 19 of Dakota Dennis, he is not afraid to move you here. I think it has definitely paid off for that 19. But maybe not making some friends here. You know, this is the kind of track where you're going to see some tempers flare, and especially with this race not being counted for points, no penalties really to be doled out here. Just a fun race to get the season started. So, you know, I'm expecting to see a lot more bumper cars going on and some beating and banging out of these drivers. As these drivers warm up, we will step aside for some quick commercial breaks.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing Ride Waits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, Ride Waits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. Ride Waits also offers tips on the best times to ride, general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, Ride Waits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. Ride Waits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
All right, and we are back, folks. We're going to look at our starting grid for the feature event. Starting on the pole will be the 46 of Ray Polking. Jason Rochelle will start as outside of second, driving the number 97. Jay Crable will start third in the 87. Michael Carter rolling off fourth, driving the number 18. Travis Neiman will start fifth in the number 5. Dakota Dennis rolling off sixth in the 19. Nolan Perry will be starting seventh, driving the number 61. In eighth will be Adam Boughton, driving the number 94. Craig Peterson going to roll off ninth, driving the number 53. Hunter Geyer will start 10th, driving the number 8. And 11th will be the 12 of Ryan Mack. And rounding out your field in 12th will be the 27 of Mike Hill. Unfortunately, Colton Kinney did not make the show, missed the transfer spot, and he's going to have to sit this one out. And their first of 2 parade laps is done. We will go green flag racing next time by. Keep your eye on that number 46 of Ray Polking. He is looking for his first win. I know he wants it to be in the regular season, but it would be huge to be able to start the season with a win in the preseason race as the pace truck is off. Green flag is out. They're already beating and banging. Ray Polking going to take off. So they go down into turn 1. Polking with an early lead. And you could hear it in these cars. They are really not using much throttle. You heard Nolan Perry talk about using half throttle, but the battle for the lead is on. Jason Rochelle getting by Ray Polking on the outside. That was Jay Crable going around. And the caution flag will wave here on lap 3. Thomas Adams saying he's going to go with a 97-18-94 finish. We're going to go back and take a look and see what happened here with Jay Crable. It looks like he just got checked up behind Ray Polking there. Now, I'm not sure if Jay Crable got some help from behind. Adam Boughton and Dakota Dennis caught up in that as well. But definitely looked like it might have been a hard checkup to avoid hitting that 46 of Ray Polking that sent him around, and maybe Nolan Perry getting to the back of Jay. And you do see some rear end damage to that 87. Not sure if that's where he picked it up or not. But the good news here is it's just a bent bumper. He will be able to go on. Although Ray Polking in the pits being shown the black flag. The pit road speed here, only 25 miles per hour. We heard from Ray Polking before the race. He said he was struggling with that pit road speed. So they are doubled up. That pace truck will dive off. Jason Rochelle leading him to the green flag now. Green flag is out, but you see Nolan Perry back there in second. He is ready to go. He gave Jason a shot in the back as they were coming to that green flag. Nolan Perry up to second, climbing 5 positions since the start of this one. Back of the pack, they are still side by side, looking at the 18 of Michael Carter and that 53 of Craig Peterson battling it out for position. Oh, and Nolan Perry around. Caution flag will wave yet again. We'll go see what happened with Nolan. Nolan Perry, unfortunately, just looping it. A hard hit to that inside wall, and he bounces off right up into the 18 of Michael Carter. Some front-end damage to Michael Carter there. All right, and we are going to step aside for another quick commercial break.
You were watching.
All right, folks, and Colton, you got me?
Hey, Austin. Hey, Austin. How's it going, man?
Good. I want to say how are you doing, but I can definitely imagine the frustration there. Just missing the feature after a strong showing in heat race number 2.
Yeah, man, first off, I want to big shout out to my buddy Doc Manners and the entire Trackstar team. Man, we didn't unload with good speed tonight, but I felt like as we progressed, we definitely found speed throughout the weekend, and we got Jason Rochelle, my teammate, leading the race right now, and it's just frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is just a short track, and it doesn't really matter that much. But I will say this: if we're going to be racing like this on short tracks, we're going to have to clean it up just a little bit, because I don't know how many times I got drove through, and as you can tell, there's a big wreck going down into turn 1. So absolutely need to clean that up a little bit. But other than that, I like what the TCR guys are doing, and I am very appreciative of being allowed to participate in this place that is very professional. And I do appreciate the standards and the effort and time that these guys are putting into trying to produce a good piece of equipment for us all to try to better our iRacing careers with.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to step aside real quick, take a look at this caution. But definitely tough, especially a place like LA Coliseum where it's only a quarter mile long, versus the rest of the short tracks half mile. So I think it'll be cleaned up once we get to the short tracks later in the season. But we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, Colton.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for giving us a good stream, and we appreciate everything you do, and hopefully my buddy and teammate Jason Rochelle can keep it going and put Trackstar in victory lane for the first race of the season.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Austin.
All right, once again, that was Colton Kinney, driver of the number 88. He was knocked out in the consolation race. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look, see what happened here. Showing Travis Neiman caught up in this. And correction, looks like it all started with Michael Carter. Travis Neiman getting into Craig Peterson, though, as he tries to get that car under control. After the fact, it looks like that 87 of Jay Crable just getting in the back end of Michael Carter. Sending Michael Carter around. Hunter Geyer trying to drive away and just can't get disconnected from Michael Carter's car. So they are doubling it back up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. And Nolan Perry, we saw him loop it earlier, get caught up in an incident, and he has found himself back in P2. Nolan Perry showing some speed as the pace truck is off. Green flag is waving, and we are going back racing, folks. Jason Crable taking off like a shot, or I'm sorry, Jason Rochelle taking off like a shot out of a cannon. Nolan Perry in tow. Jay Crable running third. But he has some hungry drivers behind him. Travis Neiman working to the inside of Dakota Dennis. Now 21 laps into the scheduled 50 tonight. And now it appears that we have gotten it worked out single file for the most part. Dakota Dennis holding up Michael Carter there as Ryan Mack gets to the inside of Michael Carter. Mack going to give Dakota Dennis a shot in the back and then another. And you can see just how uncomfortable these tight corners can be for some of these drivers. You see him checking up hard. Dakota Dennis getting in the back of Michael Carter, sending Carter around. And that's going to bring the caution out here. We're going to ride along with Dakota Dennis through this. You see Michael Carter comes down the track. He's checking up as he does. Dakota Dennis checking up just a little bit late. And that will bring out our fourth caution of the evening. So we expected mayhem and a big game of bumper cars here tonight, and it did not disappoint. So, and we have just passed halfway. Jason Rochelle still holding the lead. Jay Crable moving to second. Nolan Perry drops back to third. Travis Neiman in fourth. Ryan Mack in fifth. Hunter Geyer running sixth. Craig Peterson in seventh. Dakota Dennis drops back to eighth after that incident. And Mike Hill rounding out your lead lap cars in ninth. Ray Polking currently being shown a lap down, along with Michael Carter and Adam Boughton. So they are doubling it back up, getting ready to go back green flag racing. And keep your eye on these guys, Travis Neiman, Hunter Geyer, and Ryan Mack. They are all teammates, and they would love for a 1-2-3 finish right here. These guys are not afraid to use that bumper, or maybe just making, some mistakes with these tight corners. Green flag is back out. Jason Rochelle not getting the jump on Jay Crable like he did before, but Jay Crable's got Nolan Perry to his inside. Perry's just trying to keep that car glued to the bottom, but not enough there to get by Jay Crable. And Nolan Perry goes around along with the 5 of Travis Neiman. Caution is out. Looks like Nolan Perry got some help from Ryan Mack. Travis Neiman got some help getting around from his teammate, riding along with Nolan. One more look from outside here. And he goes around. And we'll look at Travis Neiman here as well. It looks like it may have been some netcode between Hunter Geyer and Travis Neiman. And a quick race analysis for you, or race recap. 30 laps in the books here. Jason Rochelle, still your leader. 5 cautions consisting of 19 laps and only 1 lead change. So that track position being key for Jason Rochelle as this one goes on. And he's got an advantage here, being able to control those restarts. It's going to take a lot of skill to be able to get by Jason Rochelle here. But I would not be surprised to see Jay Crable or even Ryan Mack use that bumper to move that 97 out of the way and take over the lead as time is winding down in this one. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Jason Rochelle taken off yet again. Ryan Mack getting to the inside of Jay Crable. He's trying to stay there, but we saw Dakota Dennis sliding up the track. And Nolan Perry beating on the back bumper of Mike Hill. Nolan Perry, once again, we talked about him earlier on in the speed he shows. Caution, caution is out. Looks like those Warhorse guys caught up here in this. And it looks like it has all started with Ryan Mack. Gonna go take a look at this. It looks like it all started. Ryan Mack got a shot in the back from his teammate Hunter Geyer there. And Ryan might have been all right. Hunter could have possibly done more damage to himself, but he gets into the back of Jay Crable. All right, and we will step aside for another quick commercial break before the exciting conclusion to this one.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back, folks. They are doubling them back up. Lights on the pace truck are out. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. So another shake-up in the standings. Jason Rochelle and Jay Crable still on the front row, first and second, but Craig Peterson moves to third. Mike Hill to fourth. Nolan Perry driving all the way back up to fifth. Travis Neiman in sixth. Dakota Dennis in seventh. Hunter Geyer in eighth, and Ryan Mack in ninth as the green flag waves. They are off again. Craig Peterson getting in the back of Jay Crable. Jay Crable with the save, though. He's able to keep that car going. But that is what Jason Rochelle wanted to see. So we were down to just 10 laps to go. Rochelle has been able to open up that gap as Dakota Dennis will go a lap down, but we're going to stay green, Oaks. Jay Crable also putting Hunter Geyer a lap down for Jason Rochelle. Mike Hill up to third now. Jason Rochelle, though, running away with it. 7 laps to go. Take a look to see what got Dakota Dennis there sideways real quick. Hunter Geyer getting Dakota Dennis. Now down to 5 laps to go. Jason Rochelle continuing to open up that gap. Jay Crable trying to find some... I'm sorry. Yes, Jason Rochelle opening up that gap. Jay Crable trying to find some speed to get there. It looks like he may be thinking about trying to Hail Melon. He just put it in that outside wall and put that pedal to the floor, but did not make up any time. Or actually, he's making up about 0.2 of a second with that move through turns 1 and 2. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Jason Rochelle stuck behind the lap car of Dakota Dennis. Dakota Dennis moves to the outside. Jay Crable, he's there. Jay Crable with the Hail Melon on under the white flag. Jay Crable going to take over the lead. Jason Rochelle, nothing he can do. Jay Crable taking home the win. Jason Rochelle in second. Mike Hill is going to finish third. What a move by Jay Crable. He didn't try one Hail Melon. He tried 4 of them. And Jay Crable is going to burn it down. And I'll look at that. Another look at that last lap pass. And looking from the inside of Jay Crable's car, this could have been disaster. He almost got into the back of Jason Rochelle. Could have taken them both out. Ryan Mack saying, what a way to start the season. And a look from our static cams. Waiting for the drivers to make their way into the interview room. Just waiting on Jason Rochelle now, but we're going to start our interviews with Mike Hill. Mike, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, Austin?
What is going on, man? Congratulations on a third-place finish. How does it feel to be able to start the preseason start the preseason with a podium finish?
That's pretty good. You know, I'm new here at Third Coast, and you know, they were nice enough to let me join, and they've been nice so far. You know, I know it's just a fun race, but still, it's the Coliseum, man. It's a war of attrition here, so it's cool to be up front. You know, I was laps down, so it's nice to be up here.
Well, definitely a war of attrition. Fun race and some gladiator style racing. A lot of use of that chrome horn, using the bumper to get people out of the way. And I don't know if you saw that exciting last lap pass. Exciting finish there. Yeah, but we're glad to have you on board with the TCR team. You're new to TCR, but not new to the Rebel Racing Network. Even though I do believe this is your first time up in the booth with me.
It's number 2. I got a P3 with another league I used to be in, but hey, this one's even better.
All right, that is correct. You did get a P2. I had to check my notes there. Congratulations again. Great way to start the season. You looking forward to the rest of the season?
Absolutely, these cars you got to drive them. You can't relax really. They jump out and up under you. So there's a good group of guys, and they seem to know how to roll these things. So I'm hopeful I can be a contender towards the end of the season for something that matters.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping our eye on you throughout the season. We appreciate it, buddy, and we will see you next week for Daytona.
Perfect. I'll see you there, man.
All right. Thank you. All right, once again, that was Mike Hill. Still waiting on Jason Rochelle to make his way to the booth. Double check here, see if we can get him up here. So it does not appear Jason Rochelle is in the Discord, so we're going to move on to our race winner, Jay Crable. I hope I'm saying that right. Jay, you got me up in the booth. Or it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Man, probably not as good as you, man. First of all, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Crable?
Yes, sir. Craybill.
Craybill. All right. Emphasis on the bill. What a finish, dude. Take me through. Let's go through the last 10 laps.
Yeah. So we started out front and then got punted right away and had to come from the back, and we got up to second there for those last couple restarts, and that last 10 laps he was just pulling away from me. I'm like, well, this race it's for fun, so I mean, let's have some fun. And I saw a couple people doing the Chastain earlier in practice, so it didn't work in 3 and 4 because there's that opening, so you could only do it in 1 and 2. So I'm like, let's do it. And with about 5 to go, I just started doing it in 1 and 2 every time by, and it worked out for me.
Yeah, crazy, it's when we talk about Ross Chastain's Hail Melon, it's a, especially in NASCAR, it's like a last lap, last ditch effort, but you tried it 4 times. Were you worried that it wasn't going to work after the first time?
Not really. I mean, this is just a fun season opener, and I was kind of told myself I'm going to bring home the checker flag or the steering wheel. So today was the checker flag. Next week it might be the steering wheel,
All right. Well, you probably definitely got some damage to work out on that car after 4 of those moves. But definitely made for some exciting broadcasting here. Tell me, when we go to the short tracks in the regular season, is this going to be in the back of your mind if you end up in a position like that again?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I think everybody's tried it a couple times at different tracks, and I've never seen it work. Apparently, it works here. It worked out for me tonight.
I tell you what, we better not let the iRacing stewards see this, because I have tried it at Martinsville a time or two not too long after Ross Chastain did that move at Martinsville, and it used to work. Now it doesn't. So if anyone's thinking about trying it at Martinsville, don't try it there.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but we will let you get on out of here and start the celebration, and look forward to, kind of going to the polar opposite track with Daytona, a super speedway next week. We'll let you get on out of here and start thinking about that. Before we do, though, anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, just real quick, obviously Dakota and everybody, all the admins for putting this league together. I've been looking for somewhere new to run, and ran that recoupment race at Charlotte, and it seems like a cool bunch of guys here, so I'm really excited. But then of course my sponsors, Auto Crafters, Brad Built, bunch of guys that I race with in real life, so I gotta thank all them. So thanks.
All right, well, we appreciate it, buddy. We'll let you get on out of here. Congratulations again.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. All right, guys. Once again, that was the 87 of Jay Crable taking home the win here tonight. We're going to look at our official results from the feature event. Once again, Jay Crable taking home the win. Jason Rochelle finishes second. Mike Hill in third. Craig Peterson finishes fourth. Nolan Perry in fifth. Ray Polking comes home sixth. Ryan Mack in seventh. Hunter Geyer finishes eighth. Dakota Dennis finishes ninth. In 10th was Travis Neiman. Michael Carter comes home 11th. And Adam Boughton will round out your field in 12th. And I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight and welcome our newcomers. I see some new names in the chat. We are glad to have y'all here. And we got some bumper cars tonight, but don't let that fool you. These guys are clean and they love to race. And they've set the stage for an exciting season, especially with a finish like that. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe wherever you are watching, and tune in next week for Daytona. Once again, that is next Wednesday at 8:30. Before that, though, on Sunday night, we have the exciting conclusion to the Nora Cup Series right after the Daytona 500. Make sure you tune into that as well. That will kick off at 7:30 Sunday night. And I would also like to take a moment just to thank our sponsors. Big shout out to Ride Weights and Creative Castle. Got to shout out Oorah Flyovers. If you are interested in getting a flyover for your broadcast or your league, reach out to them on Facebook. You can check them out. And last but not least, our newest sponsor that has come on board. I'm sorry, correction, not last. Got to shout out Bird Wraps, though, for sponsoring the channel. Really appreciate them. They do excellent work. And they painted that Rebel Racing Network car on track. That might be my favorite paint scheme. And I've also got to shout out Tate Productions as well for our intro music. And we have a couple more projects in the works for you guys to improve the stream and improve your viewing experience. So once again, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you back here Sunday night at 7:30.